Good morning, everyone. Welcome to ServiceDesk Plus Masterclass Session 7. Today's topic is on extensions. Um, so far, we have seen what are all the different options available within the application and how we can customize it and make use of it as per the requirements. And today's topic is a little different. We're going to see what are all the different options available to extend the capabilities of the application. My name is Jai Anand. I'm the product expert in ServiceDesk Plus team, and I'm with ServiceDesk Plus for the past 10 years. I have implemented and trained people on ServiceDesk Plus across the globe. So this is going to be my agenda for today. So the first topic we're going to be discussing on building intelligent request forms. That is, we have a request form and we know how to add fields and how to customize and put in some default values on it. But still, there could be some requirements wherein we need to make the form a little more intelligent. So I'll be demonstrating the different options available using which you can make the form really intelligent. And the next topic is on automations within and outside ServiceDesk Plus. So I'll be demonstrating few scripts using which you can make customizations within the application as well as outside of the application. So I have plenty of scripts and I'm going to be demonstrating few scripts and how to make use of it and what are all the different options or possibilities available using that. And then we'll be seeing the custom menus. There will be some kind of actions we need to perform on demand. So I'll be showing up option how to place some buttons and things inside the request using which you can perform custom actions. And then gonna be the schedule automation, wherein we're gonna see how we can periodically execute some tasks and make things happen within and outside of the application. And finally, we'll be discussing on the questions you might have in this particular topic, and we'll proceed further. So the first topic for today is on building intelligent request forms. So I just got my application customized with this particular login page. I'm a little interested on space, so just customized it. Maybe if you have similar requirement, maybe if you want to put in your company logo, you can have similar customization. And you would have the username and password box on the right-hand side using which the users can log in. So right now, I'm going to log in as an end user, that is a requester. So I'm going to demonstrate one of the forms I made a little intelligent. So let me quickly demonstrate that to you. Okay, so I'm trying to order a workstation for a user, based on the particular role, whatever they have. I just got a little pop-up saying you're eligible to order a Mac machine. So how did this happen? So how this form knows what is the role I have in this organization and how it is suggesting me that I can order a Mac machine. Let's quickly jump onto the configuration and see how we can perform this magic. Yes, it's going to be magic. Okay. So right now, I logged out as an end user and log in as an user who has the administrator rights. So right now, I'm on the enterprise version of ServiceDesk Plus, so I have all features, whatever available. So this includes CMDB and the asset management and project management and so on. All right, so now, as I promised, I'm going to show you how that form was made intelligent and how it identified the user and how it has shown that he is eligible for a Mac machine. So the one which I have edited is the workstation ordering form, which is under the service category hardware. Okay, so right now I'm on the form designer. Hope you have seen how we can make use of it and customize this form. And right now I'm going to click on the fourth tab, which say field and form rules. And here I have three options: on form load, on field change, and on form submit. So I just have this rule Mac for designers. So this is the rule through which that particular pop-up came up. So I'm going to edit this. Oh, okay. I think I accidentally deleted it. All right, sorry about that. Anyways, so I think I will take this opportunity to show you how simple it is to create a rule over again. So I just have to go back and check the user whom I logged in earlier. So I just want to check what role the particular user has so that I can create, it will be easier for me to create the role. So it was the Jai and his role is designer. Great. Okay, going back under service catalog, hardware, workstation ordering form, field and form rules, and new rule. So maybe I can provide a different name for this particular rule. And here I have an option to choose whether this particular rule needs to be executed on create or edit, or on create or just on edit. So based on the requirement, you can choose one. And then we have the event. You can specify whether you want to run this particular script on form load or change or submit. And here we have the conditions wherein you can specify if this particular field has got this particular value, run it. And then under actions, you have plenty of actions available here. So hope these names are pretty self-explanatory. Say enable fields, disable fields. Maybe when you load the form, you don't want to show some set of fields, and based on the value chosen, you want to show those fields. And if you want, you can make some fields mandatory when a value is chosen on the field. Likewise, if you have a pick list, you can add options, remove options. And if you have multiple tasks on the request, based on the value chosen, you can show task, hide task, unset task. So we have all this. But I just want to show you something which is a little advanced, but still it's quite simple to use it. All right, execute script. So this is going to be a plain JavaScript that can be executed over here. That can be set over here. So whenever the request is loaded, and this JavaScript will be executed and perform the required task. Say maybe I'm no developer, so I'm just a support guy and I work with the support team. So I don't know very much about JavaScripting, but still I'm going to demonstrate how this particular interface is going to help me in setting up the script pretty quick. Okay, so the first thing for this particular requirement is I just need to pick the role or the job title of the user who is logging into the application. So I just have the list of fields, whatever available on the application. And under requested details, I have a field called job title. So I just have what are all the different scripting options available with that particular field. And I'm clicking on the insert. There we go. So we got that particular script added to my script editor, wherein the value is assigned to the variable x. So this I have populated just by clicking on the insert button I have next to it. And then I want to check whether the job title is the designer. That is the value of the job title. I mean, the requested job title is designer. So it's just the if condition, designer, and I want to set up alert. Oh, maybe I'm not sure how I can create alert. I think I can do a quick Google search, alert in JavaScript. Okay. All right. So, okay, alert help. All right, maybe I'll just copy this and put it in here. You're eligible to get a Mac machine. Cool. So just verifying whether the script is proper. And this particular editor also tells me if I have an error. So I just have a red X mark and placing the mouse pointer, it's going to tell me what is the error I have. Yes, it is simple. Saving the script, save. So maybe I tried my first script. I'm going to see how that works. I'm going under requests and trying to create. There you go. So my script worked. So as I said, it's pretty simple to work with, and you can easily get any JavaScript to get executed on a request which is being created based on the criteria. Okay, so now we have seen a sample script that was created when a form is loaded. And now we're going to see a script that's going to execute on change. I'm going to pick one of the incident templates, default requests, field and form rules. So let's say this is my requirement. Maybe on the previous session we had for the APAC region, there was a question wherein a customer wants to have the requester name populated on the subject line. Maybe that's needs to be done on submit, but to demonstrate how the change can happen, how the script can be executed on change, we might have a requirement wherein we just want to set the priority over the subject line of the request. Say a technician has hundreds of requests on his bucket on a particular day. It would be easier, along with the color code, if it'd be easier if the subject name contains a priority of the request. So this is a script I have modified for the customer to demonstrate how we can add the requester. Maybe I'm just gonna do a quick change to show up how the priority can be added. So here I've chosen the priority in the field list, and then I just want to check what is the name of the field which I'm supposed to provide to create the priority. So I'm just copying it, replacing it for requester. And I guess rest of them are same. I'm saving the script. Going back, create an incident, and here I'm providing a name of the requester. Printer not working. And I'm setting up the priority to high. There we go. So it's populating a number instead of a value. So there is a mistake. Okay, I'm gonna fix it real quick. Incident template, default request, field and form rules, on change, edit it. You know, this will be a confusion for me all the time. So here, one of the script will provide me the ID of the particular status, that is the internal ID of the particular status, and other one show me the exact status name. So I should have used this. Instead, I used the value, hence the number was populated. Okay, so again, I'm making a mistake. So I'm supposed to use the priority and get text. So I just clicked on it, and I'm replacing it with that one, saving the script. Okay, now let me go back, create an incident, setting the priority as high. Oh, there you go. So this is happening dynamically. So when I have a subject line and I'm choosing the priority as high, it's going to populate the priority right on the subject line, and it's easy to prioritize. Okay, so this would be an example for how we can perform the updates when you update the request on change. And the next example I'm going to demonstrate is on submit. So this field and form rules is not just limited for the incident or service requests, and this would be available for the change as well, the change module as well. So I'm going to pick one of the change templates I created, and similar to request module, we have a tab field and form rules. I'm going to make that. So I just have plenty of rules created already. I'm gonna pick the one which is already available, which is little advanced, but still I'm gonna tell you how we can easily get this done. So let me pick the one which is a little more complicated so that we can see the extreme possibilities of field and form rules. So here is the script, and this script is written to check the scheduled start time and the scheduled end time of the change is more than 6 days. And here I have the criteria set to check whether the impact is affecting the organization and the category is hardware. Let's quickly jump into the change request and see how this helps. So I'm on the change tab, creating a new change, and remember that I created the rule on the standard change template. So I'm on it right now, and I'm choosing the scheduled start time as 5th, that's today, and on 9th. And yes, um, I need to choose the impact as affecting the organization, and the category is hardware. If I'm not wrong, it should show me a pop-up. There we go. So high impact changes needs more than 6 days. So what the script has done, it has calculated the difference in these between these two timings, 5th July and 9th July. It has calculated the number of days you have between, and it did check whether it's greater than 6 days. Since it is not, it has thrown me a pop-up. Similarly, you can set up some advanced scripts using which you can perform the required alerts or changes in the fields as desired. And once again, these fields and rules are not just restricted to scripts. You do have plenty of options in the user interface using which you can manipulate the form as per your requirements. And also, there is a space wherein you could find samples. Let me edit one of them and show you what are the different samples available. So all you have to do is just copy the sample and modify this as per your requirements. Say you want to create a dependency fields, just like the category, subcategory, and item. You want to set up a kind of a field that drill downs the next field's value as per the value chosen on the first field. So you can do this using this dependency example. You can just copy this and modify the values accordingly. So we can create similar related fields using this. And likewise, if you want to do date validation or numerical field validation, or you want to fill in the description based on the values updated on the request or a change request, that can be done. So once again, this interface makes scripting easier even for the user whom doesn't know scripting, just like me. Okay, so that's about the field and form rules. The next topic I have on my agenda today is the automations within and outside ServiceDesk Plus. I just want to relate this feature with the analogy of normal mailing system. Say when you want to send a letter, it can be within a city or outside. Similarly, when you want to perform some action, you may want to do it within the application as well as outside of the application. Maybe I could get you a quick example. Say some business requirement will be like requester needs to create a change request directly. But within the application, we do not have an option to have a requester to create a change request. But we can have this functionality using the feature called custom triggers. So here in the custom triggers, I have plenty of scripts set over here, but I just want to demonstrate how you can make use of the existing scripts, whatever we have posted already, and include them as your workflow in your instance of ServiceDesk Plus. Um, okay, So I have plenty of scripts, the physical script files available in one particular location that you can access using the website servicedeskplus.com, and if you click on customization and automation, there you're going to get access to our portal wherein you could find plenty of knowledge-based articles. And I do have a list of them in my laptop. So I'm going to go under documents. I'm going to access the application folder and ManageEngine, ServiceDesk, integration, custom scripts. And here I have plenty of scripts that I have downloaded and saved it. So for this particular scenario, I just want to have a requester to create a change request. For that, I just created a script using Python. So the advantage of using Python is you don't really need a compiler. You don't have to compile the file. So it's just this piece of script that can be executed right from the command prompt. So any script which you can find that it can run from the command prompt can be configured in the application to run when a request is created and when it has a specific criteria set. So this is a script which I have already, and you do here, if you see, we have the APIs called for creating a change. Okay, so here we have the technician key configured, and we have the complete information on what are all the values the change request should have. So let's quickly jump on to the application and see what configuration we have in here. Here I have specified that action name as create change, and here I can define when it's supposed to run, when a request is created, edited, or both, or when it's approved or rejected, received, and replaced, received. And you can specify whether it needs to run anytime or within operation hours or outside operation hours. And here I've set up a criteria, say request type is trigger CR. And then the action I have set over here is execute script. And here I have a couple of options. You can either execute a script or execute a class. And in the script file to run, as specified, it's a Python trigger change.py. That's a file name. And then $complete JSON file. So what does this $complete JSON file will do? So here, this is a variable. And when the system run this particular script, this variable would be replaced with the file name that contains the complete request information in the JSON format. Once again, the $complete JSON file is a variable, and when the system runs this script, this variable will be replaced with the file name that contains the complete information of the request in the JSON format. So for whatever request from which the script is executed, the script can get the data, the complete information of the request in a JSON format. All right, so now it's time to see how well it works. Okay, I just open one of the requests, and um, let me create a new request since we have the criteria set to execute this, to run this when a request is created. So I'm going to create a request for Paul. So I'm going to say network upgrade. And I'm choosing the request type as trigger CR as specified in the custom trigger configuration. So I'm clicking on add request. Okay, so where we can find whether my script is executed as it's supposed to be in the history tab. So here in the history tab, as per the setting, I have the successful note on creating a change request, and I do have the change ID over here. Let's quickly go and see whether we have the change request created. Going under the change tab, there we go. So this is the change request created from that particular request. So this is a very good example of what the custom trigger can perform within the application. So this custom trigger can be expanded just like the analogy I mentioned to send letters outside of the city. You can call the APIs of another application, could be Jira or any other application in which you want to pass on the request information that can be performed using custom trigger. And this would be automatic. And based on the criteria chosen, the respective action can be performed. And these custom triggers are not only used for calling some APIs and perform the action, it can also update the existing requests. Say you have a field called due by time, and you want the due by time is due by time populated automatically based on another value. So you can set up the script based on which you can perform the update right on due by time based on another value. Similarly, you might have a requirement wherein you want to set the approvers based on the values chosen on the request. And even that can be performed using custom triggers. That is, the output of the script should be in a specific format based on which you can add approvers to the request. Stage-wise approvers can be added dynamically. And if you're wondering where you can find all those scripts, it is available in our portal, and you go under the ServiceDesk Plus website and click on the customization and automation. That's going to get you access to the list of scripts that can be utilized just like I have demonstrated. All right, so that's about the custom triggers. The next topic we're going to look at is the custom menus. So what is the difference between custom triggers and custom menus? So custom triggers, we have seen that it will be executed automatically based on the criteria. And the custom menu is little different. We're gonna have the menu on the request, and we're gonna invoke it whenever it's needed. So I do have plenty of samples to demonstrate that as well. I'm going under admin tab, request custom menu. And here I have few configurations, and I'm gonna pick the one with, say, the printer issue. So unlike the custom trigger configuration, we have an option to associate this menu with the roles of the user. So you can either specify all roles, or you can choose the roles to which you want to show this menu. And you can also specify which are all the templates you want to show this particular menu. And in addition to whatever we have seen with custom triggers, this custom menu have an in-between layer wherein you can control the values, whatever being submitted to another application or within the same application. Say we have a new hire form, and the HR would fill in all information about the new hire, name, age, and so on. Say there was an error that the age was updated as 12 instead of 21. So we need to update the value before it's being updated on Active Directory or any other application. So we need to have a layer wherein that needs to be controlled, and that can be done using the custom HTML file. And then based on the resultant we get from the custom HTML, you can pass it on to a script and perform the action. So right now, let me demonstrate how a script can be executed on demand, and I'll show you how a custom HTML file can be invoked right from the request. So I'm going under the request module over again and opening one of the requests. So here, um, I have the custom menu added under actions. So I'm clicking on printer issue, and here we just got a little pop-up saying it has updated the request. And even you can customize what message is supposed to show up. And when I go into history, it shows up that particular script is executed and it has done some changes as well. So the one which I demonstrated is a kind of a macro, and that would update some set of fields in the request accordingly. Say if it's a printer issue, just by having the action menu, and that's going to update some of the fields and make sure that fields are updated accordingly, and that saves a lot of manual work. And now I'm going to show you how the custom HTML part works on a request. So I'm going to click one of the option available over here, say quick close. So this particular script was set to reduce the time which takes when creating a request, and that would be closed within a minute or so. Say we have a work log as mandatory when closing a request. And I'm receiving a call and I'm completing the job in another 30 seconds. So I don't want to go back to the request and add the resolution and work log. That could take another 1 minute for me. Instead, I just had a quick menu. I just have a quick menu wherein I'll update the resolution, and I'm updating the number of minutes I worked, and submit and close. So this is a kind of a custom menu I have created in the application that gives a layer wherein I can control the values and get the action done without having the multiple options clicked and updated or manually update the values. So I just cut shorted all the things and I just did it within few clicks. So similarly, if you want to perform some kind of actions in the third-party system, that can be done using these custom menu. And remember, custom triggers are automatically triggered, and the custom menu is manual. Whenever it's needed, go under actions, click on the respective custom menu, and get that done. All right, so now let's move on to the fourth topic, scheduled automations. And this is one among the favorite features in ServiceDesk Plus for me. So let me show you why it is my favorite. So here I have the custom schedule configuration, and let me edit one of the schedule I've set already. So here, when I edit it, similar to custom triggers and custom menu, there is an option wherein I could specify the script name. And underneath that, we have a column called arguments, wherein I can actually specify a report to get the data. So earlier, we have seen how a particular request information can be passed on to the request and perform the action. And this gives you the flexibility to provide you the list of requests and process it one after another to perform the required task. So I'm just going to show you an example. This could be one common requirement for any user. Say you might have a bunch of requests moved on to a specific status, and you might want to close it on a periodic basis. Just like the resolve status we have, when a user doesn't respond to the notification, whatever sent, it would be closed automatically. But there could be some custom statuses as well. So how we can perform this? So I have a script already written, say autoclose.py, and in the argument as specified, the report that needs to be given as an input is request is open. Let's go back to the request module and see what I have on that particular report. So I have the report created under, okay, maybe I just need to double check where the report is. Okay, so it's under KPI reports. Maybe I'll check the door again. Okay, it's under default reports. So I'm going under the reports tab and finding the one which say default with the typo and I'm editing the report which say request in open. Okay, this is just a simple query wherein it lists a whole bunch of open requests. So as per the setting, what do I have? It will close all the requests that are open for specific days. So this is just a simple query. And if you are wondering how we can get the query in the script, once again, we have all of them available in our portal. You can go in there and open the one which you need, and there you can find what query you need to set on the application, and you can download the script, copy into the location as specified, and configure it in the application and make it working. So as per this particular configuration, it's gonna pick all open requests created in the specific interval and perform the closure. So we can also set when that needs to be executed. You can specify the start date and end time, and you can specify on what frequency that's supposed to execute. So this makes the sync, the periodic sync, maybe with some actions within the application as well as outside the application. Say you want to sync the list of requests created in a particular interval to another system that can be performed using this custom schedule. And since this custom schedule have the flexibility to use query reports, you can access almost any data from the application and perform the required task. All right, so these are some features we have built in the recent times using which you can extend the capabilities of the application. And we do have APIs using which you can perform update, or you can pull the data right from the application and push into other systems. So let me quickly show you the API and it's working. So you can access our API documentation in the sandbox right within the application. You can go under admin tab and click on API and click on documentation, and that's going to get you a sandbox wherein you could try out different API methods. And if you want to add requests, clicking on add new request, you will get what are the parameters you need to submit and what should be input data and how the resultant would appear. But this doesn't have any option to specify who's a user or which instance you're accessing. So maybe you can create a kind of a key within the application using which you can push the data with the appropriate privileges. Say, I'm a user who has privileges just to create a request. I'm not supposed to delete it. So I can create a API key for myself and share it across. So the requests that are raised with that particular API key will have access only to create a request and not for deleting or editing the request. And this makes, I mean, all these features, whatever we discussed so far, will help you in building integrations between multiple systems you might have in the ecosystem, as well as to perform some actions right within the application for the customized workflow requirements you might have. Thank you all once again. And if you do have any questions, or if you're looking for any scripts, just drop us an email to support@servicedeskplus.com, and we are always there to help you out. Thank you all. Have a great day.